again, welcome to the Sneakerphiles podcast. I'm your host, Eugene. You can find us online at www.sneakerphiles.com. That's sneakerphiles.com. You can find us on Twitter at Sneakerphiles and on Instagram at Sneakerphiles_podcast. You can find this podcast on Google Play and iTunes, and you can stream it from the website and also on the YouTubes where you can watch us talk about sneakers for a couple hours. And once again, we are recording live from Stay Fresh, Canada's premier sneaker consignment store. You can find them online at www.stayingfresh.ca. Okay, so to my right we got
Jose.
Hey.
Hypeless.
Hey, Hypeless Jose.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Good.
It's awesome.
Oh, first of all, shout out to Jose for bringing us some Danny's original Screamers. Very delicious.
Yep.
Oh, you finished yours?
You downed it already?
Done.
Damn.
You're done, son.
So
You don't
just
like
Why?
yours.
You don't like it, Pierre?
You don't like it? It's a 3-hour show.
Okay.
We're going to space it out.
that's good advertising right there.
It's
3-hour show.
It's a 3-hour show.
So for anyone interested, it's basically a slush drink with some soft serve.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Solid.
Thanks, Joe.
Anything with the sneaker stuff as
Yeah.
of late? What you got?
I got something that I'll break out for the Ultimate Sneaker Show, the Soul Exchange Ultimate Sneaker Show, Western Canada.
Vancouver. Yeah.
Shouts.
You've been teasing that thing for like
Oh,
months.
no, I got 2 pairs now that'll come up.
Whoa,
on
costume
you-
change?
you
Nah,
guys
it sounds
just
like
wow.
it, doesn't
You're like
it?
Beyonce now.
vaporizing underwear is what's going to happen. I got the Jordan 13 Golf in Navy landed this week.
Oh,
cool.
really? Have
Yeah.
you still playing golf?
Trying to now that my broke back's gone.
Right
back
on.
to the range for the first time this year. So
Broke back. I thought you say back to the ranch.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, as a avid golfer and pro golfer such as yourself, how does like the Jordan golf cleats compare to say like ground up built for purpose golf cleats?
See, there's no difference now because they're putting an actual midsole and traction plate on it that's designed for golf, so you can put whatever upper. And what they're doing now with a lot of the Skechers, Echo is another brand where they've gone to spikeless bottoms, so you just get traction nubs, rubberized traction nubs, and they're basically comfortable walking shoes. is what
Skechers has golf shoes?
huge.
Can you unscrew all the cleats?
In the Jordan ones, you can't, but in these tractionless ones, the spikeless
Crazy.
ones are called. They're just traction nubs on the bottom to give you traction.
Would you like unscrew the cleats and just walk around in your Jordans?
No. I will say that they are unbelievably comfortable. I was expecting them to be
I didn't
stiff
expect
and
that.
stuff, like a 13 is known to be.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
but no, they're solid, really solid.
all right.
Yeah,
So you'll wear them again.
yeah.
Would you recommend it at that price tag?
At a 175 American, yeah, for sure. 'Cause
Oh.
a good golf shoe will start at 200 to 250.
What did the Jordan
American.
ones go for? The cleats.
200.
That's
They went for
interesting.
more. Yeah,
All
they
right.
went for more.
Fair enough. So anything else with the sneaker thing that you
No,
want to
that's
talk
about it. Maybe I'll hit the IG with some teasers of what's coming out with a little "What are those" game, and people can guess
just a tip with
what
you.
kind of panty melters I'm going to be.
Constantly just a tip with you. So can we move on?
Sure.
I don't want to cut you off.
No, of course not.
Because
But
the
you do
next
want to
guy,
cut this guy
the
off.
next guy I'm going to cut off.
Yeah, he will.
So to his right we got.
It's Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
You okay?
I got to keep him
Yeah, okay.
real quick.
Yeah, just keep him real short and I can't cut you off.
Exactly.
So anything new with you, my friend?
Nope.
I like this one already.
Yeah, no,
So-
not really.
No?
No,
Anything at all you want to update us on?
nope,
Have you thought about what you're going to wear to like the Ultimate Sneaker Show?
nope.
What about your custom? I know we
What
lost it in the
custom?
last episode. Your custom for the Virgil Abloh
Oh,
contest.
was it not in there?
It
We
was
talked
there,
about
but
it.
people wouldn't have heard it because the episode was shit.
No,
Oh.
that wasn't that one. We talked about it on the live one.
That's what I mean.
No, the live one isn't lost.
But it's audio shit.
You're confusing yourself.
Quick! What? The live episode audio? Never mind. I'm an idiot.
You get it
That's
now?
right.
Syndicated.
Yeah, I
It's
remember correcting
syndicated.
you on the Velcro. It's been this summer's been a blur. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's hot
It's
out.
all right.
And smoky.
And smoky.
Yeah, man. You want to...
Yeah.
Eugene's been vaping
So
in
no.
the interior.
It's not me!
Secondhand vape.
So you want to quickly talk about your progress or recap us on your custom?
It was just basically taking a Chuck Taylor 2 and making the upper in a full hook and loop material, or basically just the loop.
Velcro.
No, yeah.
Cease and
and
desist.
yeah, so I was just prototyping that basically, and I think I'm actually just gonna try to dismantle it and do it for reals this time. So
Oh, that was a practice
yeah,
run.
it was kind of a practice run. I wanted to see if
Okay.
it actually worked.
Unless it
and
was
then-
dope, and then you were like, oh, I'd keep it. I get it.
Yeah. No, I was trying to find the material in a big enough swatch that would actually fit around the shoe. That was the problem. So,
All right. But you happy with the
Yeah.
concept?
yeah, I like the concept. I
like
think I think it'd be pretty cool. It would be.
I haven't
fun
seen it in
kind of-
person yet. You just showed me like little snapshots. and
I'll bring
stuff.
it next week. And
Do
you can,
it.
check it out.
It's covered in cat hair already.
Well, I don't have a cat, so that's okay.
Lint,
It's not
soft
your
lint.
cat.
It's just
All right, man.
Random cats.
random cats
Why not?
living at our house.
So, anything else you want to say before we move on?
No.
All right,
It's
then.
fine.
I don't know. Maybe you have more shit to say. I'm going to cut you
Is that
off.
fine? Nope.
Okay,
I got
man.
nothing.
To Jason's right, we got.
What's up, guys? It's Pierre.
Hey, Pierre. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, just a week, but I do miss you guys.
Hey, you haven't
2
missed a
weeks.
week in a long, long time, man.
Iron Man's broken.
Yeah,
Man.
the Jello man.
You missed 1 week. That means we haven't seen you in 2 weeks. That's how this works.
Yeah, it seems like you guys had a lot of fun in the live show, though.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
You were sort of there.
I
In
was there.
spirits.
Yeah.
You were there until you realized how much that fucking data cost would have been.
No. Dude, I don't even care about my data. I should be, but it's fine.
I usually, what do you call it? That you can top up on my carrier's plan.
Yeah.
And I use up my data by maybe day 5
Really?
of my cycle. My
Your
job
your
requires me
monthly
to be
cycle.
constantly
Every
on
28
the internet.
days.
Yeah. Are you one of those guys that always like looks for like Wi-Fi to get their data stuff going? Or,
No,
like-
man. In fact, I turn off my Wi-Fi when I realize the public Wi-Fi is too slow.
Oh, I see. I
I'm
see.
that kind. It's all about speed, man. It's not about free for me. And
When you're coughing those shoes,
and
right?
like, I don't
I don't
technically
think
pay
he
for
buys
my
anything
phone
on his
bill.
phone.
No, I
You're just
legit
hoping that Instagram loads quick enough.
I legit work off of internet, and like I picked a job where I can work remotely, and that also means I have to be accessible at all times.
You have an iPhone, right? Yeah, it's everything streamlined.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in fact, I do a lot of work on my phone, even if I'm at home in front of a computer.
And you can do it all on your iPhone, or
no, not all of it, but most
Yeah.
of it.
the Galaxy Note 8 I heard is crazy.
I hear that too, man. Like
Yeah.
if any phone were to sway me from my iPhone,
It would be that one.
it would be that one.
Imagine
But
like
I
4K
can't, man.
live.
My entire house is streamlined for Apple. Like you guys been to the place, like everything is
Yeah.
Apple. Where I go,
Yeah.
like, hey, look over here, and then like
At nighttime, all your iPhone devices or your Apple devices gonna kill the.
kill the Samsung.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
like that Simpsons episode.
So anything with the sneakers pertaining to your life the last 2 weeks?
I am breaking ground on fixing my office, meaning that I'm gonna design it to have all my stuff.
Like your work office.
Yeah,
What do you mean your stuff?
like my shoes, my toys.
Are you gonna do a shoe display?
Yeah, definitely.
Pierre's Shoeseum?
I hopefully you can
Shoeseum.
come by sometime, and I don't like.
I don't know. You never invited me, so the second
Well,
I get
'cause-
the invite, I'll come by.
My house is a piece of shit. That's
Not your
why.
house. I'm talking about your office, your
Well-
orifice.
I thought that's what he was talking about. It was
Or-
weird.
Yeah,
Inviting
you're
him
talking
to
about
his
the
office.
office.
The amount that he talks
Pardon me?
about porn.
Where's the office?
I can
It's at my
only-
house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my home office.
Oh, I didn't know that
His
part.
home
I thought you were
orifice.
talking about work.
And what I actually want to try to do is try to see if we can have a space there so we can record or something.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
As long as you have fast internet, we can do it.
Why? You don't give a shit about your data? You don't need to.
Yeah,
you don't
we
need
I'm
to-
not
Data's
gonna-
different from internet.
I'm not gonna try and stream a 2-hour fucking podcast on YouTube off my data. Don't be crazy, man.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
So don't say too much, but do you have
Centerpiece? Focal
your
point?
new office? Do you have any plans
Motif?
There's a
in
closet.
mind?
What?
There's a closet that I want to open up and have
Man, I
like
don't like where the,
no like I have
this
a
is a
closet
revealing
Bring out the
episode.
gimp.
and it has like those doors, right? Like just regular doors,
Yeah.
clear
gimp's-
doors that has like
What's
Maybe
gonna
in-
be in there? It'll be like that scene in Sicario when they open up the walls.
It's his coming out party.
Seen that yet.
Oh, I get it.
it'll be good. It'll be good. I have
All
some
right.
I have some lights. I have some ideas.
Okay.
So hopefully.
So I know where this is going because Pierre just got introduced. We kind of missed this the last week.
Apparently somebody else is doing the top 3. Like giving me the top 3. So I'm a little bit.
Be the
So
top 8.
for anyone that's unfamiliar, every week we like to free our minds a little bit, and one of us on this panel
I need a
usually
screamer
needs
for this.
a little bit more freeing than the other, and for that we play a game with Pierre.
It's Pierre's top three. Top three. It's Pierre's top three. Top three. It's Pierre's top three. Pierre is top three. It's Pierre's top three. Pierre, they don't mean shit. Top Pierre's top three. They don't mean shit.
Extended version.
Yeah. That's good.
That theme song,
Pierre's top 3.
that theme song gets longer.
Thank
and
you
longer
for that
every week.
introduction. I know.
I know it does.
So Pierre's Top 3 is a game where we ask Pierre to name 3 things of any category of our random
Let's do it.
choosing
Let's
without
do it.
thinking. So this week, maybe Joe can give a category for you to nail off.
Bring it.
Ready?
Yes.
As fast as you possibly can.
I'll try my best.
While still trying to think of an answer that actually applies to the question.
I'm just gonna go. No, you whether I get laughed at or approved.
Top 3 Gatorade flavors. Go.
Oh my God. Raspberry.
Yes!
Gatorade. Orange.
That's a color.
1. That's 1.
Cherry.
Nope.
I don't do Gatorade. I do Powerade.
Just start mixing words together.
Berry Blitz. I know that's Powerade. I don't know anything about Gatorade, dude.
All right, top 3 Powerade. Let's see if you can improve this train wreck.
Berry Blitz.
1!
Yeah.
One.
Cherry Power Supply. Surprise. I don't know. I don't know anything, dude. It's called. Do you guys know the flavors? It's just. Oh,
it's
give me the
cherry
blue
ice.
one.
Cucumber and
And then
lime
the
is
strawberry
one.
lemonade's one.
Yeah.
You got your atomic
Arctic
green.
blue.
I don't take notes on it. I
Berry
just.
blue.
It's like, hey, give me the green one or
Okay.
give me the red one.
Fair
Yeah, no one gives
be
a fuck about
perfectly
the
fair-
names of them.
Do
They're just like,
you?
I want the color. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't even know what they
Yeah,
mean.
to be perfectly fair, I order Gatorade by color.
Yes.
And you could have just said colors, but you didn't.
I did, and you're like, that's orange. You said.
I said
Yeah.
you can't just say a color because then why don't we just say name,
you're not the
name
host. I
your
shouldn't
top
have
3
listened to you.
favorite colors?
Orange, black, and red.
Shit. Black.
Orange, black, and red.
Well, there
Blackberry.
used to be a black Powerade. I remember
Yeah,
that.
it's a promotional one.
What's
Yeah.
in it?
They're like the Black Death or something. I don't know.
Called the plague.
Well, that was
Alchemy.
information.
I like it better when Eugene does it.
Hey man, I let
At least
you
I have a
answer.
fighting chance.
I let you answer and not let you defend.
Nala.
Yeah.
Nulla's my favorite flavor of Gatorade.
I bet it is.
Lioness.
So we got that out of the way. We can talk about sneakers, all right? So today's Wednesday, September 6th, I want to say.
maybe.
And something special happened in like the Nike universe, something that was streamed live. I kind of watched it, but I didn't pay too much attention. Does anyone... Jason, did you watch this thing?
Yeah, I checked it out today.
All right, you want to explain to our listeners what exactly happened?
It
or
was the release of Virgil Abloh's The 10 off-campus kind of live, I want to say speech, but that's not what it was. It was kind of like an interview with him and some girl. I don't know what her role was exactly. And one of the designers from Nike. And they just talked about the process of him, Virgil, designing the shoes and kind of like what it means to him and kind of like for the culture. And it was just, 40 minutes of them chatting about that kind of stuff.
It
And
was very brief and probably exactly the right length. We should aim for that.
yeah, we should take some notes. And she also had a piece of paper with all the questions on it. So maybe, if we want to structure this shit, then
They came all
we can probably
prepared
hit,
and shit.
yeah, we can probably hit
Rookies.
40 minutes. Fucking amateurs.
So, Joe, did you watch this thing?
Nope.
P?
No.
I watched a little bit of it. I liked how they kept on reiterating the process,
Yeah, man.
the design process,
I
which
think
is
that's the main thing.
It's awesome.
Of this little conference meeting interview thing.
Yeah,
It's the actual design process of it, right? So,
dude, he has 10 shoes. He has 10 pairs.
even he thought that was absurd.
Yeah.
Like, even
Yeah.
he understands the gravity of this situation, saying like, "Oh yeah, I asked for 10. They give me 10." Like, he acted like Joe acted when
Yeah, I
when we
know.
told him about the 10.
Oh, I can't believe he gave me 10.
But after watching as much as you did about this thing, do you have any new perspective on this collection now, or you just still want them because you want them?
it's more enlightening. The fact that Virgil came out and did an interview makes
Yeah.
him more humanistic to me. Like before,
I didn't even know what this dude's voice sounded
Exactly.
like.
Oh,
before
really?
today.
You haven't
Yeah.
seen him in
Yeah.
any other
No, man.
interviews? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But the way that he kind of portrayed himself, I'm pretty sure he's authentic in this interview. But
Yeah.
he seems like a true kind of artist type, almost to not a fault, but like almost to that degree where like, oh, I hate that type of people because they're so fucking self-important kind of artists. You know what I mean?
I don't think he was really being.
Artiste.
But you know
he's
what's awesome about this
engineering
release for
background
me
and-
is that I don't know a lot about the designers that are part of this industry that we call the sneaker game.
Yeah.
But it's given me a little bit of research to look at or listen to or learn about other people's lives. I saw one that had a Ronnie Feig one interview, which was awesome.
Yep.
There was a hundreds one that you pointed out
Yeah.
to me that I looked at.
Okay.
Complex Blueprint series.
Oh, yeah,
Blueprint
that was
series.
awesome too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And just these have just been fed to me in my I don't even search for these. It pops out on my YouTube or my Facebook and I just tune into it and I just get immersed in it. It was awesome.
What I liked about the whole thing was talking about that he had 10 shoes, but they came from different eras and they were icons in their own right.
Yeah.
And then being able to reinvent them, but celebrate what they were. Like the 97 was a 97. It was a very iconic shoe when it came out.
Yeah.
Based on its design. The Jordan 1 was very iconic. You know, the Chuck Taylor was very iconic at the time. And then the other thing that I really liked was the fact that it was the first time that they ever crossed between three different brands, meaning like the Nike brand, the Jordan brand, and Converse.
Yeah.
And they actually put a swoosh on the Converse, which was something I didn't even see in the first
Wow,
time.
yeah.
And that was the first time they had ever branded something that wasn't actually a Nike
I think the
product
story
with a
behind
swoosh.
the Chuck
So-
Taylor was they had some issues with putting a swoosh on the Converse All Star.
Yeah.
And then they basically said you can't do
Creatively,
it.
yeah.
So like Virgil's like, okay, take it off. So it was legit like put on and then taken off.
Yeah.
And I guess you can see the remnants of
Oh,
The
that's
stitching
sick.
holes of
yeah.
where it is.
So
yeah.
he legit like said, yeah, we took off the swoosh. Now you can
Yeah.
sell it.
Wouldn't that be one of like the prizes of that pack then? Because it's something
Cross-branded?
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Just-
I
just
always
interesting.
I think that's one of the least coveted pairs out of the entire pack, which
I would think so
Really?
too, yeah.
yeah, I have no idea why. Maybe like a Converse is a Converse, not
Yeah.
too many
And some of the
people-
footage I saw of people, because in the off-campus like
Yeah.
setup that they had there, that you can go look at the different shoes. What someone was taking a video of it, and it's actually majority of it is see-through, which I didn't realize.
Yeah.
The material is like translucent and stuff,
Wow.
and so you can actually see through it. And
It's awesome.
I don't know, just seeing more of the details of the materials has been really fascinating because you from a lot of the photos you don't see what they're actually made up of, and then just hearing about having it. Basically, the insides of the shoes being exposed, which was kind of cool.
What's
So,
another thing that I've noticed too is that they're putting a lot of
marketing and stuff
Yeah.
into this? Yeah,
I mean,
it's
They
you,
huge.
better.
you guys said
It's
that they're
huge.
releasing it in November, but
Yeah.
like this is a month, 2 months out.
Well, the private or invite only kind of release is this week and next
Yeah.
week, but the wide like fucking normie release would be in November.
Yeah, normie release.
You know?
NR. I think we just have to refer to GRs now as
Normie release.
Yeah,
NR.
normie release.
So one of the most interesting things I got out of this interview panel thing that I didn't really see was the Chicago ones, and he basically said the original design of it was supposed to be all white until he saw someone at the airport
At the
wearing
airport,
a
yeah.
pair of all white dunks that looked exactly like.
And you couldn't tell.
Yeah, you couldn't tell, like, oh, is that a Jordan or is that a Dunk? Then right away he made a phone call or whatever the case was, and he said he had to change it to specifically the Chicago colorway. So, like we said before with the Jordan 1 that Joe was not a big fan of.
You must love that guy in the airport, eh, Joe?
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thanks.
It's just like he wanted this shoe to be absolutely easy to recognize, even though he's like,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote, butchering it to some
good
people.
word.
Did he say that? He said butchering it?
Oh,
or-
no. That's
No.
just my
Oh,
phrasing.
okay.
Well, Joe would have probably more of a problem because in the very first brainstorming session that they had, Virgil actually took an X-Acto knife to a Chicago 1 in the boardroom is like,
And I don't even
he's
have
like,
a pair.
where's the
Don't
airbag?
worry.
I want to see what's in it.
It's a
I want to see what
1.5.
it's made of.
It's a 1.5. Don't worry.
Was it 1.5?
No, I
no,
don't
it was
know.
a real
Was it
one.
1.5?
Just wanted to see the insides of it and like. Yeah,
I'm gonna
anyway.
find you, Virgil.
I beg you for a pair. Well, one of the other interesting aspects of this Chicago 1 was that he wanted the Air Jordan 1 Off-White Chicago colorway to not only look the part, but he wanted it to feel like an absolute 85 OG retro.
What does that mean?
I think he says he wants to replicate the feel of the materials and the build of it. I think that's what he's getting at.
Yeah.
Because if you look at this thing, the way that the fabric kind of moves, because like the open tongue, not tongue, what do you call that thing that closes the tongue together? Whatever it is.
The eye stay.
Eye stays in the.
Those things
Yep.
like kind of flap open by
On the
choice.
wings on the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's done very easily, whereas opposed to if you take like a pair of retro ones, like those are pretty stiff, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like the material. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying it's a lot different than our, the retros we're used to.
Yeah.
So it looks like what he's trying to do is like replicate the way that the OGs were constructed back in the day with material and process or whatever, right?
And that Zoom bag in it is an authentic.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
No, from the 85? No. Well, I mean, probably not.
Seems like putting a Zoom bag in from 1997 is not 1985, but my math could be off. I'm
Wow.
just
So cynical of
Virgil.
you.
I'm just curious.
I love
'cause
you, Virgil. Don't worry about him.
could've-
It's okay.
could've sworn that
No,
1997
I'm just
was
saying
not
he wants this thing to like look and feel the way the OGs do.
with a different product. So like wearing a Trojan bear skin condom is feeling like no condom.
I don't know what.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the same thing. I get it.
How about if I put it this way, man?
bears.
Like, look at the classic Dodge Chargers, right? Okay, they're
Okay.
very recognizable and very iconic
Okay.
looking car. And then the new ones that they re-released, it's obviously because of like safety and this and that and like fuel efficient. They had to totally remake it.
Oh.
But if you look at this Charger, it's still recognizable as a Charger, right?
Except they never made 4 doors in the originals.
The Charger was the Charger wagon. You're thinking the Challenger. The Challenger.
No.
The
The Dodge Charger also in the coupe was never made in a 4-door. It was only
But
ever
like
made in
you
a
get
2-door.
what like out of modern necessities or whatever or restrictions, you can only get so close to the original, right? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I don't think that was his.
And I
intention
kind of
to make
tweeted it out for fun. I'm like, wouldn't it be funny or fun if someone took the Off-White Chicago ones and kind of reconstructed it to make it look like an authentic originals Chicago one?
You're just throwing away
You know, like-
3,500.
I'm not doing it. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying, wouldn't that be like a
From
kind
the
of-
materials that he actually used.
like just take the
Or-
Off-White ones, okay?
Yeah.
And then like try and rebuild it to look like the
Oh,
OG
no.
retro. Undo his off-whitiness.
I don't.
That sounds
don't
racist.
think it does a little bit. I don't think you can. I just because the toe box apparently is foam.
You're not a
It's
believer
even,
like me.
It's not. It doesn't have the same materials as the original,
Look like.
so you wouldn't be able to.
Of course, you're gonna add some stuff and take away some stuff to make
Yeah.
it look like it.
Looks like Eugene went to the shoe surgeon.
I
He's
believe.
trying.
I'm
He's
just
trying.
kidding.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I think we
brave
talked about the
surgeon.
Off-White thing
Yeah.
quite a bit. So, do you guys have anything to add before we move on?
Feel bad for Kanye still.
Explain.
Virgil's getting exactly what Kanye hoped, and I bet.
Have you ever had? You ever had like? This is talking about me actually, but have you ever had like a girlfriend that treats you really poorly? Okay, treats you really poorly,
Okay.
and then like after you're like, yeah, I'm done, I'm leaving you, and then you get the fuck out, and then she's like, oh man, I fucked up with that nice guy. I'm never gonna treat the next guy like that again. I think that's Nike.
Fair enough.
So you
Yeah.
think Nike mistreated Kanye West in that?
I think Kanye complained a lot about his relationship with Nike for a reason.
Okay.
And he was that, like, that fucking victim boyfriend. That was the last of that.
Okay, so
I
was he
think-
also the victim on behalf of Beyonce when he bum rushed Taylor Swift at the VMAs? That was
We're talking about shoes here.
But that's around the same time frame.
But that-
That's the victim
And
mentality
it's
we're
the
talking about.
it's the same person, so I can see that is a valid.
I think Virgil probably has more valid input than Kanye does.
I think
That's what I'm saying.
I think
Then-
Kanye absolutely helped Taylor Swift in her career
Oh,
by
my
bum
God.
rushing.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think Kanye might be a little.
Looking
jelly.
at it today, okay,
Jelly.
in
Okay.
2017,
Okay.
who do you think gained more out of that fucking incident?
Nobody.
Kanye or Taylor Swift?
TMZ.
Between the two, if you had to choose the two parties.
She won the award no
that's
matter
an invalid-
what.
that's an
She
invalid-
won
that's
the
a
award
valid
no matter
question.
what. Whatever
She was
happened.
still a country star before Kanye bum rushed her.
No.
Now she's a
I
pop star?
disagree.
Yeah, man.
I disagree.
And now she has songs to write about it.
Did you hear what?
Allegedly.
Did you hear what she did now with her new album? She's releasing it the same.
That's a coincidence. I don't even think about it.
She's releasing it the same day that Kanye's mom died.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's planned.
I'm pretty sure that's planned.
Well, the release date
Like,
was
did you see
planned,
her
but
new
still.
her new video? It's calling out everyone that hates her. Like in the
Allegedly,
industry.
allegedly.
Oh boy.
Let's not talk about Taylor Swift anymore. I don't give a fuck. about
Anyways, let's
Anyways,
move
her. Who
on.
cares?
Let's talk about some.
Taylor Swift is awesome.
Whatever.
Let's talk about some balls.
Oh God.
So basically,
Wow, this is.
basically, do you think then that
Here we go.
Kanye paved the way for the big baller brand?
What? How so?
Because Kanye, like you said, was demanding all this stuff from Nike,
Yeah,
right? Didn't get it,
yeah,
so jumped to Adidas, right?
yeah.
People now see that he has his own pair of shoes that people line up for.
Yeah.
It may not be the same pattern, but hey, you know what? I'll work for myself. I'll have my own brand, and let me get all the money and not share it with a big corporation.
You're talking about big baller brand.
Yes.
Well, the difference is
Do you think
Adidas
that?
knows how to make shoes.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying that wouldn't you think that because of
It's
all
a
this
valid
too?
segue.
Yeah, that Kanye planted the seeds, not directly.
I wouldn't say that.
He doesn't want so the Ball family doesn't want like a big company to screw them over and fucking hold all the cards. Is that what you're trying to say?
I wouldn't be like
let his
it
dad
could
do it
be.
instead.
It could be
Nobody
something.
wants to, but like if you don't have the resources or the knowledge
Okay.
to start a proper company in that fucking, that specific market.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna need some help.
Yeah, I know,
But, like,
I know.
don't ask for $1 billion.
I'm
Well,
not
let-
talking.
hold
I'm
on
not
a second
talking.
here.
I'm not talking
Let's-
about the blueprint, but I'm talking about the essence. Like
Okay,
Yeah, but
you gotta
Kanye
explain
didn't do
again.
that himself. I mean, it was on Sway in the Morning. Was it Sway in the Morning where he claimed that Sway asked him why he didn't do it himself if he was so unhappy with Nike?
Oh,
he says
there
he did
is-
try.
yeah.
And he said that he was in. This was around the time where he was saying he was begging Mark Zuckerberg for $53 million.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
because
yeah.
he had put in 30 or 50 million of his own money
And
trying
it's
to
still
start
not
something,
enough?
and like no one knows. So maybe LeVar and the Ball family deserve a little more credit than Kanye because I have no idea what he
Well,
tried
dude,
to do
they're-
on his own.
They're on their second colorway, or I mean, they're on their second shoe.
Child.
They're
Yeah.
on a second shoe. I wouldn't say theirs.
How can you already be trying to promote another shoe when the other one's allegedly
Fake
kind
it
of
till you
bad?
make it,
That's
dude.
brutal.
That's kind of what I was getting
I
at
don't
on
know.
Twitter when I heard about the second shoe dropping. It's
Yeah.
like, how about you start fucking shipping out the first things first?
Okay.
And
You know
it's
what I mean?
weird. And it's weird that it looks exactly like the brand black.
There's some
Shoe.
speculation to why that is.
Oh, I know, but it's weird. It wasn't announced or talked about
Yeah,
until
but
someone called
want
it
all the
out,
credit.
and
No,
then
but
they're like,
Roshi's look like Yeezys. Yeezys
no.
look like Roshi's. Stuff
yeah,
like
but
it's
that.
been-
Nike
it's
doesn't
been-
design the
you know,
fucking
It's
Adidas
been,
Yeezy.
been confirmed that Brand Black's midsole and outsole's on the bottom of that shoe.
Really?
Yes. And with no
actually
announcement,
working.
no partnership announcement.
So
ahead
same
of time.
factory.
So instead of it being,
Pretty much no
hey,
credit
we've
given.
decided to help these guys out,
Yeah.
it looks shitty on both of their parts.
Yeah.
And supremely shitty.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Because-
Supreme.
Supremely shitty because now the shoe that won't be delivered until Christmas is now nearly double the price of it is double the price
Yeah.
of the Jay Crawford premium signature marquee basketball shoe that Brand Black makes.
Wow.
So how do you justify
Yeah, I
that?
know,
How do
I
you
know.
give
But-
how do you give your technology away
The
and then
Mellows-
let them charge double the
The
price?
Mellows are $100 less than the Z02s.
But again, those
Nice.
shoes don't exist. So you could call it $1 billion shoe that is now a $500 million shoe. They aren't available. So it's
doesn't matter.
These shoes are going to be ready when he
But
hits
then
the
are
NCAA.
they just like giving the shoe,
If
or are
he
they
goes to the
licensing?
NCAA.
I don't know. That's
None of
that's
them
the thing
make
that
it.
looks
So they're getting
shitty
a
on their part
kickback.
because I kind of dig. I haven't ponied up any cash for Brand Black stuff, and I may not now because of this. Just on the
Really?
Wow.
just on the premise that
Just
it-
by association?
Why would
Yeah.
why as a customer? Why would I go to their core line
Yeah.
and pay X amount of dollars, 100, 150, whatever it is? Why would I pay that when now they're telling me that line over there that they have given some type of consultancy advice to is now double the price, and now that's the premium model.
I
It's
see.
like,
You just don't want to add to that.
well, why would you pay that amount of money? Like if an NMD came out and that, or they were starting to throw NMD outsoles on a shoe that Gino wanted no business with, and then they charge double that price, knowing that he's
Yeah.
got
No,
you know
you got a
friends and
point.
family, all triple blacks or the original Japan NMDs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would he? That's just so unattractive. It just seems like a shitty move and 180 degrees
Can I ask-
from what you'd normally expect from a premium line.
Do you
in
think
my
they're after
perspective.
the name?
But it's not there.
What
They
name?
didn't even tag it.
We're talking about brand black right now because we're talking
Okay,
about.
can
There's-
I,
as far as
can
I know,
ask you a
Are you bringing it
speculation?
up? Oh, I thought you had
Do
Twitter
you
open.
think that the Z02, the Mellow ones, their announcement of their shoe not being associated with brand black, whose decision do you think that was? The Big Baller brand or brand black's request? If you had to guess.
I would say the family.
Okay. Do you think like brand black's
This
like,
is the fucking internet days where you can find out anything in like
That's
minutes.
true. Right.
So it didn't take long for social media to figure out that, hey, that looks kind of familiar. You know,
I'm just wondering why they never got credit for it. It's like brand black's like
you would think
yeah,
they would want credit. Like you would come out with a statement that both parties agree to, saying like, here's what I want to say and here's what I want to say about it,
Yeah.
and they come up with a statement about it that's positive for both of them.
And not that Brand Black has done a good job of updating their Twitter account.
When's the last tweet?
Oh no, it's a day ago, and then it's
'Cause-
2 days ago, then 5 days ago, then August 30th, and then there's like nothing. There's absolutely nothing. No reason.
Lamar's probably gonna take it over soon.
And give him no credit.
Too busy with his Facebook family
nothing.
show or whatever it is.
Why are you knocking that? I think that's quite entertaining.
How
I've
many-
never
you-
seen it.
you've
I've
watched
probably
it?
never watched
I
it.
haven't seen it yet, but
I think you know it's quite entertaining.
previews,
You've seen it.
previews say
This
it's
is
entertaining.
what's wrong with the fucking world today.
Whoa,
It is.
whoa, whoa.
That is.
People saying that
That's-
they have an opinion
here-
on something without even
I can't
seeing
say
it.
it's entertaining, even though it looks like the preview.
No, you
say.
can say
don't
it
have
looks
context.
entertaining.
Okay, when you go see a movie
Yeah, go on.
and there's a preview, it's like, oh, that looks like a good movie.
But
Well-
you said that is entertaining.
I was entertained when I saw it.
the trailer, you're gonna be specific.
Oh, come on,
You're
guys.
a type. He's a type that starts telling people not to see a movie because he didn't like the trailer.
Exactly.
In that 2.5-minute
Yep, here
trailer,
we go.
I had my emotions go like a roller coaster.
You were like rock hard, and then you were like
No, honestly. Okay. So
Rager.
angry.
So in that he shows him getting mad at his son and telling
That's
him
no
like
big surprise.
hold on. Like
right.
like scolding him like if you're not gonna act like a champion, you're not gonna be like your brother. I'm cool with that. And I thought I was like, okay, he's hard on his kids. That's cool. He doesn't. There's no.
That brother turned down 10 million. Yep. Go on.
There's also one brother that doesn't do anything.
I can't do this if you keep knocking that point for point, dude. Second, I saw the emotional side of it when he talks about his wife and how, like, his motivation. I'm getting goosebumps right now.
We would like to call those LeVar balls.
Honestly,
bump.
no, dude. Just hold on. God, you can't knock point for point. Straight up. I went through an
LeVar
emotional.
balls on my goosebumps.
Well, no, seriously, like when he's telling her that you can do this, you're a champion, you can walk, or doing like physio, like I think that was so cool. And we've never. No, he
Okay.
didn't. And he's just saying like how he loves her and all that stuff. I thought that was awesome. And then the whole funny part where they're like, there's cars involved, like really nice cars, and them shooting hoops or them in the pool. Like, it's
Yeah, like okay, so like LaMelo's. What was that music? What was that? The music video thing of
I
him.
saw it
with,
pop
like,
up on Twitter quite a bit.
a
I refused to
Lamborghini.
press on it to
I
listen
watched
to
it, and
he
it was
doesn't
like
he doesn't have a music video.
He's got his own song.
Oh, I
it's
don't
like
think
him
shoes.
talking
Oh,
about
I've
the
never
shoes.
seen
It
that
was a
one. I hope he
commercial,
doesn't.
and he's like sitting eating cherries and
What is
fucking
going on with this
driving
fella?
in a Lamborghini.
Is
and,
that the shoe
like,
commercial?
It's a shoe commercial by the pool, and it's him shooting baskets from like the fucking.
I haven't seen that, so I have no
patio.
comment about that one.
It's really cheesy, really
Well,
bad.
he's in high school.
Of course he is. But it must be nice when your dad buys you or rents you a Lamborghini for your.
Yeah, I think we
shoe
can all
video
agree
or
that that would be
whatever.
awesome to be in it. But
Yeah.
in the big scope of things of him transitioning to college and all of this stuff, it's just red flags and question marks. Like, what the fuck is happening?
You have a valid point because we've talked about this in the past in previous ball minutes.
Go on.
That
Previous ball
once
minutes.
you start getting paid for any type of endorsement,
Yes.
you're considered a professional athlete.
Yeah, sure.
So how do you go from high school to the NCAA when you're a thing?
Allegedly, people, the what would you call them? The balliacs, the ball hangers.
The ball army.
The
Yeah.
ball army.
Yeah,
They're the big baller brand.
just the people who have been saying that LeVar's done the right thing since day one. The people who are
didn't do
the
that.
supporters, the early adopters of the balls,
Yeah.
we'll say.
Ball ragers.
Yeah, they're saying that he's a genius, that LeVar's a genius because in the amateurism clause in the Coles note, in the short notes version of the amateurism clause for the NCAA, is that once you declare for eligibility, and he apparently hasn't done that, so now it sounds like they're trying to do everything before he declares for
Interesting.
college.
Sweet.
It sounds like. So if that's the major loophole, I still don't think, and I hate to use the racial cliche, but I don't think, well, actually, Condoleezza Rice was on the NCAA board a while back, but just the old cliche of, I just can't see the old rich white guys in the boardroom allowing
Yeah.
this type of profiteering to go on, even though I completely believe wholeheartedly that every single athlete in the NCAA should be compensated. So it's that juxtaposition of like, it's against the rules right now, it sounds like, and you guys are trying to find the loophole, and I don't know if you're going to be so lucky, but
What can they do?
knowing that billions of dollars are poured into
Joe,
the NCAA football
That's a hot
contract.
topic right now
know.
too about
They're
like
being exploited
NCAA
for
athletes.
their fucking.
Oh,
how
for sure.
Maybe they. I don't know. NCAA could
Dude,
start a
they're
union.
But here's the thing: they're getting a free education.
Dude, come on now.
No, when you're, I mean, just look at the finance. Like the NCAA football contract was worth billions and billions and
Yeah.
billions of dollars, and these kids are literally killing themselves to
Yeah,
play that
that's-
sport. And I don't know if you guys know this, but only recently, a few years ago, do you guys remember Ed O'Bannon?
Yes,
UCLA
Jeanette's.
grad, yeah.
Yep.
He led a class action shoot against the NCAA for back pay and compensation for the use of their image in the NCAA video games. And somebody should
I know nothing about
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, right. Part of the problem. But apparently, the result of that was that there was some compensation, there was some type of settlement, and now to use their likeness, what they do now, I don't know if it's an agreement between the video game companies or if it's the actual NCAA, but they put, I read $5,000 in a trust. So you're thinking like a marquee player is obviously going to be used as a advertising for a video game or whatever. But think about the 12th man on an NCAA basketball team roster who will never ever play in the NBA. Like $5,000 in a trust. You're like, it's
that'd be
it's
cool.
not bad.
Yeah.
It's like it's not nothing. It'd be something.
Yeah.
It's a start. So I give him a lot of credit, Ed O'Bannon, for opening the door that way. But it seems like LeVar, in the fashion that he has been with Nike and Adidas, claiming that he's not going to do anything unless it's $1 billion for all three sons.
Yeah.
Now it seems like he's poking the bear of
That's
like,
another thing too.
my kid's got his own shoe. We own the company. What are you going to do? Like, he's not getting paid, but he's in every advertisement for the shoe.
Well, he's putting the foundations to like a really good negotiation process.
by saying "fuck you," give me a
No,
billion.
no, not that. But like,
Dr. Evil.
by like setting it up, like it may not be like 100% the numbers we're doing $1 million or $1 billion, but
yeah.
he's still like, we're our own brand. We have some notoriety, right?
No, it has.
Okay, no. Well, I'll
notoriety.
agree with you. Like I've shit on that whole thing. I've liked the entrepreneurial side of it, and I've obviously picked it apart.
Yeah.
Nonstop. If they start delivering shoes now it's Christmas now, apparently for the ZO2
Let's just say
Primes.
the original target date.
Yeah,
If they do
no,
deliver.
they won't. They've already said
come
they're
on.
not. It's pushed back.
You never know.
Let's say if they actually deliver shoes to people who've ordered them, then I'll start giving them ups for that.
But this
for
is
people
the-
start delivering.
This is the first
They're
time
out.
that we've actually seen tech that from a brand. It's from
Brand
from a
black.
different
Yeah,
brand.
exactly.
They
But
already
this is the
have
first time we
this.
actually see any tech that's been proven.
Well,
And that's the only reason it's been proven is
ZO2
because they took
Prime.
it from someone else.
Yeah.
Or
That's fine.
borrowed it or licensed it
Yeah,
or
there
whatever
you
you
go.
want to use for it. So, but the thing is that how can you, they have notoriety, but it has nothing to do with the product that they're selling. There's no proven anything with the product.
Yeah.
Yeah, they laid a
Right? So
foundation.
absolutely
they're
right.
just laying a
No,
found-
but-
they're laying
They
a
got nothing to
foundation
build
of
on
their
top of it. But
But
personalities.
it still needs sales and a
It's their
foundation of a
person-
small business.
It's their personality.
You can have the best idea until you start executing, Gary V. Until you start doing shit, it's what do you have? You have a great
From
idea.
the very beginning, we've always talked about whether it's theme shoes, whether it's new releases, it's all about execution, right?
Yeah,
We all agree on that one. And in this sense, LeVar didn't execute properly in the beginning.
Well, is he doing
no,
better
there's
now?
been
What are you
no
trying to say?
execution. Like I said,
When has he executed?
When the shoes start getting delivered, when the
got a
people who
Facebook
It's
reality
the
show.
other meaning of execution.
Really?
So him starting
Entertaining,
a
yeah,
brand
exactly.
to sell shoes was a fucking hidden agenda to start a TV show? Is that what you're
Maybe
saying?
you never
Is
know.
that
Maybe
the
he makes more money that
foundation
way.
that he's laid down?
He's doing the 5-pronged attack. Hats,
slides.
shirts, slides.
And somewhere in the
Facebook.
bottom is like the shoes.
Yeah.
I just think that the whole family business model is kind of out of focus right now. They're not very centralized in trying to get stop making reality shows and just
Yeah.
make some more shoes, man.
Yeah, BBB by
Oh
BB.
man! See, but here's the thing: I'm buying 2K18 and a new PS4 because of the Big Baller, and
That's great. I don't know how much
Good
of
for
that
you.
money
You
that
should
they're
go
going to get from
give
it.
them your
Yeah,
money.
you know
Go
they
buy a
get none
pair
of
of
that,
shoes.
right?
whatever it is, I'm buying it. I think it's awesome that I can wear.
Not because the game is great. Or
So
the
Lucky
PS4
Pierre
is
says,
fucking
"Screw
awesome.
you, Ball family. You're not getting his money."
In the small print, that was the only way that you get the shoes. They're
Yeah.
actually giving it to you through a video game.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
you
think
got
you
the
buy a
2D
I'd
I'd rather
player.
spend $4.95
We
on that one.
Yeah.
on
I
a
think
digital
buying a
copy.
PS4 and a copy of the game is
It's
still
worth
cheaper than the
it's-
shoes.
exactly.
But apparently, not LeVar, not LaMelo Eiler.
They all sound
Zoe.
the same.
So
Zoe is wearing Nikes is his stock shoe.
yeah,
So how do you get
I don't-
BBB shoes?
I don't know.
What kind of
I've heard
hoops
they'll
do you
be
have to jump
available.
through?
I've heard they've been
Here,
scanned and available.
I have an idea. This is what they're going to do. It's going to be microtransactions to get
Through
the
Bitcoin.
BBB. And then after you make a purchase for the Z02s, 1 or 2% of that microtransaction goes to BBB. Maybe that's how they're going to make money from this thing.
wouldn't they need?
That makes sense, though.
They would need to get some compensation for their shoe to be on there, right?
I'm pretty sure there's an agreement of some
little
sort.
bit.
Maybe not compensation.
yeah.
Like, I don't think...
We'd have to talk to this guy.
It's not our company.
No, but you'd be able to find out what it's
Licensing.
like for,
Yeah.
Oh, other
to
brands
get, to
and
get an
stuff like that?
equipment
Who
license.
pays
I mean,
whom?
Yeah.
It's
Who gets paid there?
sometimes
Let's just say...
sometimes it's a brand paying the company, and sometimes we're
that's
paying outwards, right?
But
So
in this sense, it's
we're licensing
LeVar.
something, or they're paying
Lamar.
us to get it.
Let's
in the
just
game.
say
Right.
there's like...
So like FIFA. Well, I don't know if I should talk. We can always.
Let's
cut
just
it
say
You
out.
there's
just say
like,
ballpark. Like there'd be an
But I know that
organization or a league.
some agreements through and whatever brand, I won't say which ones,
Yeah.
but sometimes they'll say that we need to have 2/3 of our product in the game
Right.
at any given moment.
Yeah.
Kind of things, and they'll pay for that. Whereas you might go out to a different brand and you're like, "Do you want to be in the game?" And,
Yeah, see-
and then we'll just put it in, and there's a mutual.
And that's
agreement.
where
So
I
there's
think-
sometimes
I don't
outwardly,
think-
inwardly. Yeah,
Fuck, maybe.
See, I think
I don't think. I
how
think. I
a-
think Big Baller would be the one.
I would
check
think that
to
they
get their
would-
shoe in that.
No.
It might just be one of those situations where there's so much media around it. It's really good for 2K or
And it
whatever
literally
it is.
costs them $0.
And it doesn't cost them anything, but they're like, and maybe
Some
they'll be like,
chlorine for
okay,
their pool.
if you
Dude, they
if
just-
you reach so many copies above whatever you've previously sold on record or something like that, then you might kick back or something.
They're
like
probably
that,
just gonna
or-
do like take the silhouette of
what they should have done
Kobe
is
anyways and just
they
color
should
it
have
differently.
made. Well, they should have made that shoe in the game or a pack or something like that. Maybe they will.
A big
If,
baller pack.
big baller pack, big ball
Give me,
sack.
take my money now. Yo, take my
big
money
ball
now.
pack. And,
See, I think it's
and
gonna be a
the downloadable
microtransaction.
content, right?
Exactly.
That's how they would get paid.
Yo, can we
then.
have a Sneaker Files
So-
2K team and then we're all wear Big Baller brand?
No, I would.
No.
See, that's the thing. We
No.
talked
Just
about-
because of shoes, you can't.
That's
like,
right.
A digital copy.
Boycott.
Oh my gosh! Give me something, Joe.
BBBBB. Boycott. bitches.
Blacklisted, branded.
See, I think
black branded.
the fucking conversation either way is just how closely tied with the actual product it is to the video game. Like, if you're gonna do an NBA game, of course you have to take Nike this year, right? Because they do all the jerseys and whatnot. But if you're talking about stuff like that's fucking optional, like a big baller brand, I have a feeling that's kind of fucking a side note on the contracts. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And again, it might
like
be just getting their name out there and being in all these different things. It's just people know who they are, right?
and like I said before on a previous STI is like
You wish you could get rid of it?
It burns every Wednesday. Anyways, I think, if people were to pick the Z02s as their fucking primary shoe for
It
the
should
player,
drop your stats all the way down.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like,
Plus 5.
I think-
Impossible to get triple doubles.
To
I
hype.
think
Yo,
people-
plus 5 to hype.
I think people will just choose it as a joke.
Totally.
Yes.
Kind of like when I play
Your face is
NHL
a
and I just
joke.
have to get a pink stick kind of deal.
Yeah.
Oh my
It'll be like
God.
that.
It
It'll
would
be the pink
be
stick, the big
like
head
the-
mode.
It's not that.
Yeah.
And then when you're the
2K.
champion of the court,
GoldenEye, but
And you're
like
wearing
big
big
heads, you
baller
get big
brands.
shoes.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
no,
That's
it's
all
not.
it is.
It goes with your outfit.
Let's move on because
Is
I think-
Kith in 2K18?
No,
No?
they're not
No, they have-
associated
Oh.
with basketball per se.
Did
But-
you see Ronnie Fieg's new
Maybe.
Maestro?
silhouette that he's making
Maestro
with
2?
Nike?
No.
Ooh, yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Kith Pippin. Pippith.
It's dope, man.
I'll
take a
And
look
he's
at
re-engineered, redesigned it a little bit. And there's apparently a whole like clothing line or something like that around it as
Really?
well, like that he's
There's
releasing.
lots
So
of collabs coming up.
cool,
So.
cool
Yeah.
stuff.
What's the next one?
All right, man. It's getting a little bit late in the game, so why don't we get into some scheduled programming? And we've been doing this for a few episodes now, and I think I like the pace of this thing. And the name of this segment is,
S.T.I.
what does that stand for, Pierre? Quick.
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
There you go. Sorry to interrupt.
We're
STI.
Canadian, eh?
Nala.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Canadian version of the other show.
We don't say rough.
So what happens in this segment is that we will have a very open discussion on six predetermined.
Sure, I'll squeeze 6 out of it, maybe. I don't
We
know.
got 5.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll
We have
figure it out.
a set
We'll figure it
amount
out.
of predetermined
It's like you have a
conversations
gun
to
to your
have,
head, dude.
and we'll take turns bringing up our points. And I touch your hand. That's kind of
Yeah.
hot. And then
Huh?
and we will have 3 minutes to make these open-ended discussions. And of course, no right or wrong answers. Just a very
Spirited.
conversation that we're gonna have.
Spirited
And do we have a timekeeper for
conversation.
3 minutes ready? All right.
Sure.
So Jason is usually the moderator of
I am.
this segment, but he can play along if we wish. So
Okay.
how are we gonna do this? You
Uh,
ready for the first?
Wait, do we
we'll
have
just-
bells?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a bell.
If you got
Timer is good. Timer is fine. So you
Just
let's-
yell time. Okay.
or
and then
time.
I'll find something. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Are you ready for the first topic?
Are you ready?
Yeah, hit it.
I'm
Excellent.
ready.
Okay. Well, let's just kind of continue on a little bit where we left off a few minutes ago with
Balls.
yeah, balls and brand black. Like, is this a good relationship or a bad relationship? Who wants to start? Who's it better for?
Hey, Pierre's a big baller brand enthusiast. Why don't you?
Aficionado.
Yeah, you love balls. Why don't you start?
I think it's a bad relationship because
He's all choked up.
I know
Lamar,
when I just said
he's
something
thinking about
negative.
the reality
Yo, when I say something negative, it hurts me a little bit. But
Goosebumps.
He's all choked up about that.
because
fucking reality show.
if I was gonna have a collab, or if I would be working with someone, it would be someone that's a Nike or an Adidas, just because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They can get their product out there and executed really well. Plus, have good materials for it. It's not gonna be a laughing stock, is what I'm trying to say.
So is this good or bad?
This
Is
is
what- I don't know
bad
what-
because
this
if
is bad?
this is bad, they're saying that this is our own shoe, but then there's silhouettes or different types of designs that clearly looks exactly or similar to what they have.
And are the same.
Yeah.
Because they are that shoe
Yeah,
now.
but I didn't see that on the Facebook thing, so it's okay. We're still
Check my Twitter feed, dude. I tagged you.
no, but it's not there. Like the shoe is not there, so it doesn't ruin the Facebook reality show. So it,
Oh my god.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
still
ruin
dope.
the reality.
it's still dope.
How about you, Joe? What do you think about this thing?
What was the question? Is the
Good or bad?
collaboration
Is
good
the
or bad?
collaboration good
It's
or
not even a
bad?
collaboration,
And is
they
it
didn't
better
The-
for one or
if
the
it's,
other?
If it's done properly, the collaboration should be mutually beneficial and thus good for both parties. But the fact that there was radio silence from Brand Black before this shoe was dropped, and the shoe releases with all these sexy promo shots,
Doesn't
where
say anything. Yeah.
but you can clearly see the
Yeah.
bottom of the sole. And on my Twitter feed, I did chop up and go a side by side of the Brand Black rare metal outsole beside the bottom of the MB1. It's the same sole and no announcement. And that's, if you don't get out in front of something like that and the news gets out that way, then it can ruin you.
Yeah.
It can be a very
Who
bad
knows
thing.
what can
So the execution,
develop
the
to.
non-execution has been terrible. So it's a bad thing right now, the way
Mm-hmm.
they went around.
Fair enough.
Next.
I think the collaboration would have been great if like acknowledgement of both brands being participating in this one silhouette would have been equally shared. But the fact that they didn't really acknowledge the brand Black's involvement in this shoe, I don't know exactly what the end game of both brands' goals were. Like, did Brand Black pull out of wanting to be involved with this thing? So they're like, "Hey, big ballers,
did they
just
go
shut
balls
the fuck
deep?
up about this." Yeah, exactly.
Brand on brand action.
It looks like Brand Black pulled out when they went too balls deep. But like, BBB seems to be like gaining some technology out of it, so they're not starting from scratch. Like,
There's actually rubber on an outsole now. That we know
exactly.
for sure.
So unlike the Z02 where they're just like fucking making shit up of paper mache and stuff, at least they have something like they have some proven and established technology to go into a product of theirs now. Exactly how involved.
Nice.
All right, man. That was a good round. Thanks, guys.
All right.
You got another topic in hand for the
I
STI?
do. Yeah, somewhere here. Okay. So images were released of the LeBron 15. And I want to know kind of like what your guys' thoughts on this. And
First of all, we've all seen it, right?
Yeah.
have you all seen that?
I've seen
yeah.
it. Yeah.
And so let's talk about all the positives that the shoe has.
Okay.
It's.
So-
Do you mind if I take this real quick?
Go
Yeah,
for
of course.
it.
It just seems like a lot of the basketball shoes nowadays have that like basket, like the KDs, because it's like a Yeezy. Like you have that. It's all like knit.
Getting moist.
It's all knit. You have that one long tongue in the back, and like a whole basket, like a whole upper. I don't know what the. I don't know what
Knit.
It's knit, but it's like a whole
knit?
thing. There's no Velcro. It's like KDs, and it just seems like it's going
It's
that
very
way.
much KD.
Yeah, it just seems like it's going that way. I just don't understand
So
that.
you don't like it or you do like it? So what are the
Techno-
good things? You asked for good things. right?
Technology
I'm like, if you can think of any positives from this particular design.
just seems like there's no positives.
Color positive.
No, colorways so far, like I don't see.
You mean
there's not a lot of
gray?
colorways? Yeah, so it just seems like a KD.
Hey
It just
Joe,
seems
so
like
what's
a-
the positive thing about the 15?
I have nothing positive to say about it either. I had seen one of the first, I think it was an all black makeup that looked like the Curry 4, the way it was knit and sock, like up above his ankle. And then now with the latest one, that gray, it looks like something my grandmother knit into like a pot holder. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, the Katie line has honestly fallen off for me since the 9. I didn't like the 10 at all. So the
Talking
9
about
was the
LeBron's
last
here
one.
though, right?
Correct.
But they look too much like a KD in that direction that you don't
Yeah, well,
like.
the midsole does as well because I think it's some type of Max Zoom bag or whatever they've got on it on the bottom there,
With
and
the
they're
pods kind of like
yeah, and
separating
they're just
it.
they're not. I don't know.
I got something
Not
positive
happy.
to say.
I bet you
Okay.
do.
It looks different. It's first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, they're already
Different from what?
different from the 14s. I never liked. I think the 14s were not the best.
Yeah.
And I think this is even a little bit better than the 14, so that's a positive. And it looks like it's a well-built shoe. It doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look familiarly bulky like a LeBron does. Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We're gonna have to
True.
wait to see what the LeBron 15 Soldier likes because he's probably gonna wear that more.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up too, but we're talking about positives. So positive for me is better than the 14. It looks well-built and constructed. Looks like a high-quality material, and it looks very high-techy. Maybe they're going to have some new tech into this thing that's going to be utilized further on down the basketball line, and maybe a little bit streamlined better for the next.
Doesn't look like there's any
We talk
tech.
about Jordans, and we always say that it's a high performance shoe,
Go on.
right? Do you think that they're doing this for LeBrons? Like LeBrons are always like, oh, lots of colors, really bulky, but they're nice. Now it seems like it's more
It
high
could
tech.
be one of those things where, like, when it comes to Jordans, maybe like the experts get to design the shoe.
Yeah.
But when you have a signature athlete, they're like, "No, I want this too, and I want that too."
Yeah.
And then the designers are like, "All right, we'll have to do that in. We'll do that."
Well, and
in."
LeBron of all people, he's had physical problems wearing his shoes before, where they've had to be tweaked and modified, and sometimes the Max bag is.
So I found some good stuff. You guys are so cynical.
It's
So
the same
cynical,
shoe.
so positive.
Same shoe.
Oh
The red
yeah,
velvet
and the
stuff.
thing about the balls, that item description, the item description for that Mellow Ball 1 shoe actually said fly knit was the
In two
upper-
separate words, fly,
Yeah,
knit.
right.
Well, it's
Yeah,
that's
not a
okay.
lawsuit.
That's okay.
That's
yeah.
not a lawsuit.
If
And
it's
then
together,
no
it's fine.
refunds or exchanges. Delivery expected end of November. Or
It's
whatever.
kind of like
no
that.
refunds or exchanges.
It's kind of like that thing
doesn't
when
seem shady.
Comic Con wants to register the name Comic Con, but only if it's just
Comic.
one word. But if it's
Comic.
Comic Con,
Like
Comic
night
on.
market is 2 words instead of
Exactly,
one,
it's like that.
with the NITE instead of like Sneakerphiles too.
Hey man,
I'm just kidding.
Send
Cut
all
that part out.
lawsuits to Eugene at.
come on. What do you got next? Jay?
Let's talk about Kyrie for a moment.
Ooh, Uncle Drew's back too. Did you see
That's-
that?
Did you see the
Yes.
family?
Yes.
No.
There's a whole family.
Kyrie family.
Uncle Drew family. Kyrie is Uncle Drew. Shaq's in there. So's Reggie. So is Chris Webber, Lisa Leslie, and I think that's
Is there a
it.
kid?
No.
Okay.
So they're all old, and it looks like they're gonna go bum rush.
Nice.
Like a pickup game
Yeah.
or something. And if
Yeah.
Lisa Leslie dunks in a pickup game in a costume,
Yeah.
I might.
You guys touched
Twitter
a
or
lot on like female athletes.
Slow down.
I
You
like
touched
where
a lot-
this is going.
in our last live show, we touched a lot of. You guys talked a lot
Okay.
about the athletes.
Do you want to have a question about it?
No, just
Okay.
whoa.
I'll give you one right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, go ahead,
do
go
it,
ahead,
sure.
go ahead, go ahead.
We do
We
Scared
Kyrie
could do that.
first.
We
I
do
got
Kyrie
scared
first.
there.
Yeah. I just didn't want to get sidetracked. That's all. So I want you guys to. We know that he's going to Boston. I want
Baston.
each Baston. Each of you got to pick a different city that you think he would have gone to, and like defend why you think that would have been the best choice. So instead of Boston, like you pick where you think he should have gone based on what you want.
got this
and
one.
then
I got this
defend why
Do it,
you
do
think
it,
that
do
should
it.
go.
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Oh, I was woo. Well done.
Grizz. We need a marquee point guard when the franchise
Yeah.
starts up, and I think he'd be the
And
guy.
then are we? Is that starting up?
No.
So yeah, false. False.
Who was
Fake
what's his
news.
face? Who was the guy that didn't want to get traded?
Steve Francis.
Yeah, that guy's a bum.
If he had to move just out of
ruined it.
spite and for comic relief, I would say Golden State.
Oh,
But they have a point guard. That's true.
just for comedy's sake, I say
I
Golden
don't know
State.
who's gonna laugh at that, but
The league.
the league. I like it.
what about you?
This guy hasn't answered yet.
Okay, I would probably do just for comic relief too. I'd want him to go to New York, and he would be best friends with Melo, and they would forget about LeBron because Melo and LeBron were best friends, and then it would be an awesome Eastern final.
Okay. No, there's no way the Knicks make the final.
I know. Plus, he won't go there because
Yeah,
Kyrie wants to have his own team,
he wants to have his own team,
right? And
Yeah.
Melo is quite
His own team.
character. Yeah.
Yeah, he won't let.
Well, he let Jeremy Lin have 5 games. So he's a giver.
He's a giver.
Jay?
I would say I don't know. I would say Toronto just for a Canadian.
We got Lowry.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I picked Toronto just for the sake of Toronto and having someone
False.
high profile in
What just
Canada.
happened?
High profile in
Oh,
Canada.
Bobcats, Charlotte too.
Okay.
Right, and then he's not a Nike
Jordan.
employee. Like,
Hornets.
oh, sorry, yeah. Who? What does Michael Jordan own?
The Hornets.
Hornets.
Bobcats
Hornets,
been
my
dropped.
bad. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I think
my
that
bad.
was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm
They're
still thinking
bottom
Bobcats,
feeders.
dude.
That's what. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It's just me being old and shit. Though.
So
like-
in reality, he's gone where he needs to be.
Really?
well, San Antonio would have been nice, but
Oh, yeah.
Right?
If I had seriously picked him.
You don't think
not a
Boston
joke,
gave
it
up
would've
too
been-
much though?
Oh, hell yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay, so what?
And a slap in the face to Isaiah, which
But he moved.
I know he got the better end
Yeah.
of the deal,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion, but it's still a slap in the face.
Do you think Isaiah Thomas is legit though?
Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
He's the face of
averaging
the
19
franchise,
or 20.
man.
I know.
It's
I know.
not
I
just
know.
it's
I
not
know,
just
I
what
know.
he does on the court. It's like he's the face of the league. Oh, not the league.
He's not the face of the
franchise.
league.
No, I just hope he gets a ring for that,
Yeah.
for playing the day after his sister died, and then getting booted.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue about that because I thought he had a lot of character when he did that, and he scored a lot of points at that same game. But the one thing when it comes to small NBA guards like Nate Robinson. Seems like a novelty in it. Sometimes I don't take it
And he's not in there anymore. Right?
Who, Nate? What were you
Yeah.
saying
Trying to
about
get a
Nate?
deal.
They don't take him seriously?
seriously. I kind of don't take him seriously because he's a good player overall, contest winner and all that stuff. But
Multiple.
seems like a novelty.
Really? I respect Nate.
Do you?
I really like Nate.
I heard he's an awesome dude. But
And apparently has good. He has a fried chicken and waffle joint or a hot wing joint in
I'm in.
Seattle. Yeah.
racist.
Go.
Just kidding.
Wait
I'm
a
kidding.
minute. What?
How's it racist if it's an actual restaurant?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We should go to that Seattle
Yo,
sneaker con.
question for you:
do it.
Who ruined the Grizzlies?
When's-
Big Country or
Big Country.
Steve Francis?
How about
both.
the
Dick
ownership?
Versace?
They drafted this guy, but you throw $8 million for 6 years for
No, dude.
No, he got like 100. Didn't Big Country get 50,
Yo, he's
60
laughing, right? Yeah, he's laughing.
He's laughing.
Long story short,
he signed
he's
like a
laughing.
10-year contract when he had 4
I bet
years
he has
left
more
in his
money.
back.
He has more money than than what's his face? What's his name?
LeVar Ball?
No, the guy that refused to play.
Steve Francis?
Yeah,
no,
he
he didn't
has-
get more money. Steve Francis made more
Played
in
a
his
lot more.
career.
And a
He can suck
championship. That mofo has a championship.
Good for
So
him.
what? There's sneaker con in Seattle, is what you said?
Yeah,
Is
we
there
mean
one?
when it happens, we should go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to the very
It's
first
right here.
Starbucks, guys.
No.
Woo!
Which one is the very first Starbucks there?
It's by the pier.
Pike Place.
Pike
Oh.
Place.
They got good.
Hence the Pike Place roast.
Yeah.
Pike Place
Fun
Market.
fact, they didn't sell coffee the first
I'm a lifestyle
10
coffee
years of
drinker,
that
remember?
franchise.
Yeah, then why don't you
Yeah.
know about this?
Because I buy it because
It's not part of
looks
your
cool.
lifestyle.
You're
It's
a
not-
hype beast coffee drinker?
We talked about this. It's a life beast.
Life.
Life.
Life beast coffee
You
drink.
heard it first. We need those shirts made up for the Soul Exchange.
Life Beast?
Yeah,
Hashtag
hashtag life.
life beast.
It's a step up a little bit. It's more respectable than hype beast. How about that?
Nope, it's
Sure.
worse because it filters down to every aspect. Of
No,
your life.
lifestyle is it's a little bit, a little teeny tiny bit. Anyways, go ahead.
Just make one shirt, please.
So
It's just
one
me.
made to order. So how many was that? 3?
That was tree.
3.
That was 3.
One of one.
Okay.
We did.
Una Wuan Ai.
STI.
So, have you guys seen the Kairobi?
What? Yes.
Do you
What?
know what I'm talking about?
No.
The new the Kyrie
Bruce Lee
that's
thing?
Sounds like
the
a
Bruce
tool.
Lee. The
Didn't we
Kyrie
talk about this?
version.
Okay, anyways.
Bruce
go on.
Lee.
Oh,
The blend. So my thought is like, do you think they should blend 2 signature models together, and then, think of which 2 you'd blend together if you think it's cool, and let's do
Question
it.
Or
Little
squash it
wishy-washy.
by saying no.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do
So
it.
no, they shouldn't blend them.
No,
Is there-
because it's Kyrie paying homage to the shoe that Kobe paid homage to Bruce Lee.
it's a collab by collab by
Think about
collab,
it.
right?
Well,
The
think
circle
about
jerk is complete.
Think about all.
Blah, blah, blah,
What
blah.
happens if LeBron 15 does a collab or an homage
KD.
to the
I
Jordan?
think that's what they did
well,
already.
to the Jordan 6 green flight jacket from SNL. Like, it can be. Yeah, that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee is a great concept. If they had just said it was a Bruce Lee concept, but not Kyrie loves Kobe and Kyrie loves Kobe's interpretation
But that's
of his
exactly.
shoe.
I honestly.
It's a love triangle of
I
sneakers.
totally agree
love
with
Yeah.
you.
Bruce
So
Lee.
if Brand Black
Yeah.
does a collaboration with Big Baller Brand, who really loves the Jordan 6 premium,
Is there
flight
any
jacket,
association with Kyrie and Bruce Lee though?
I don't, he said he likes Bruce Lee too.
Who
but
does? Well, who doesn't like Bruce Lee? First of all,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
anyone that doesn't get that joke, please look that up.
That's funny.
Got that one too.
For me, I think depending on what the two amalgamation, it can't be a good thing, man. Like Pierre swears by the 1.5 Jordans, right?
That's a good thing.
Exactly. That's a good thing. Does that count? Like Jordan 1.5? Does that count as
That's
what you're
just a
talking
soul
about?
No, because you
swap.
need another signature involved in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Well,
you
I
need
think
to
it's.
take-
I think if you do the right thing,
Well, just think of like a Jordan.
you're naming all the bad examples.
because it'd be
You're gonna say the Air Force, right?
no, it'd be heinous to think of within the Nike umbrella, like the
Yeah.
Kyrie is to the Kobe is to the Bruce Lee. It would be pick what's
Okay.
the worst Jordan? Jordan 8. Let's call it the Jordan 8, right?
Yeah, Jordan.
No,
8.
Jordan 10 by LeBron 8 South Beach. Like, how stupid would that?
Okay, what
look?
about this? LeBron by Colette by Asics. That's
Not quite what we're going for.
You're just making word salads now.
by pancakes
Okay, no.
and blueberries?
I have a legit example. Our boy that listens, Lucas Pascal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been throwing Vapor Maxes onto Air Max uppers,
Okay.
and they look sick as fuck. In my opinion,
But there's got to be another
that's
one.
two silhouettes.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, but it's not
that's
two signature
it-
models.
that's right.
Yeah.
So the Jordan 1.5 is a
Same
version
thing.
of Lucas.
No,
It's-
you guys
it's a
told me that
swap.
the Vapor Max
No,
is
no,
not
no.
an Air Max.
What? No. That's two. We're going 3 degrees of separation here. Signature on signature on
on six.
theme.
Theme.
What if he makes it like a Supreme,
So
a Supreme Vapor?
No, you'd need two
Air Max.
SIGs in a theme.
signatures.
So
Two
yeah, you
SIGs
could
is
go a
weird.
Supreme in
Yeah.
there, but it'd have to be some shitty shoe, and then someone pays homage
See,
to it.
no. Jason's fucking question was, can there ever be?
That was interesting.
I think I had something going on there.
But
until
you
I got
didn't.
cut
You
off.
had something and then you got cut off.
I didn't even get.
shout out
I
Lucas.
didn't even get a chance to
Yeah,
talk
shout
on that
out
one too.
Lucas.
By the way,
You did, but
I
you just
didn't.
said fucking word salad.
Word salad. Hashtag word. That's your T-shirt. Word salad.
Boutique shotgun. Call that ASICS.
Hey guys, stop being life beasts, okay, guys?
Screamer chocolate.
Pizza. Burger King Wednesday
Nala.
Whopper.
Yeah,
LeBron
ASICS,
by
Nala
Danny's
by
by
LeBron.
McDonald's.
We gotta make sure that you didn't have a seizure.
Someone put a wallet in his
see.
mouth.
Yo, Google it. You'll see it.
you see it.
When I
So
edit this
the-
thing, I have to Google half the stuff he says anyway.
Man.
Watch, you'll see.
By Cocoa Bubs.
Shout out Cocoa Bubs. Does Cocoa Bubs follow us?
Take my money.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Okay, so here goes the next one. This one's a woman question for you, so that you can feel like you're a part of this one that we had last week. Which sports brands are the worst with connecting with female consumers?
Under Armour.
Threw it out there. Why?
Everything from when I think Under Armour, I think football, I think aggressive, I think hunting, I think
Yeah.
True.
Valid.
I don't see it catering to women. I haven't seen really a tennis or a LPGA player athlete that hasn't. I've never seen somebody wear Under Armour.
Not visibly though. You're
Yeah.
right.
You mean any person or a female?
Female.
Okay.
Female.
Gotcha.
True. I'm gonna have to say Big Baller Brand.
Yo, give them some time. They're only 6
stay in
months.
your
my
lane.
case.
They're
A shirt
I
that
rest my
says "I
case.
stay in my lane." Is that what they're gonna get? A pink shirt.
I think
that says,
BBB
"I
is
stay in my lane"?
anti-females.
that was a different marketing
And
technique.
pink.
That was a
Really?
different.
Yeah.
It'll say this.
I'll shut up. I'll shut up now. I'll shut up now.
We got the next lane.
They're building their own lane.
I'll shut up now.
Hey Joe,
We got the merging lane.
what brand hate females?
What
That
brand?
was the question, right?
What?
That's not the question.
wasn't as so blunt.
We don't
but-
have much time. I had to shorten it.
Yeah.
Saks Underwear. Oh, sorry, shoe company.
Shoe company.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. I mean, I'd co-sign Under Armour.
Okay.
I mean, if
You
you've
don't
ever,
co-sign my Big Baller Brand?
Big baller brand.
if you ever, because there's no BBB outlet mall that you can go to and see that they don't even have women's shoes that you pay money for. So that's
some
the
time,
beginning of
okay.
the end. They don't. They ain't got shit.
But
They're-
like when
Fair
you go
enough.
into a, let's just say you go into Under Armour store. Do we have one of those?
Yeah.
Do you see
Do
any
we?
like female like pictures like represented in the shopping
I
area?
honestly don't remember. I think around.
You never been inside.
I have. I've been inside a
You're
woman.
liar. No one's been inside an Under Armour store.
I have.
Does it even have a women's section?
Yeah.
They
It
do.
does?
They do.
What is it?
Yoga
What's
pants.
in there? Really? That's
Pink
it?
shit. Yeah.
And pink shit. It's all hunting.
And they do make pink hunting camo or
Oh yeah.
hunting camo, like real tree camo, since I know my shit, and then pink Under Armour logo. So
How
Really?
effective is that?
How? Yeah. Well, most animals see in black and white.
I
so
guess if you're
it's
like
okay.
hunting within like cherry blossom,
But you're
trees,
supposed-
it's pretty useful.
You're supposed to have some kind of.
streets on the west side.
You're hunting squirrels.
there are coyotes in Burnaby. What, a woman can't hunt a 10-point buck? What are you saying?
I don't know. Like,
Are you
I
a big
guess this
hunter?
is a
No.
fucking
Yeah.
mess.
He's a little hunter.
I know, because you
I'm a
have.
big buck hunter.
Big
Oh,
buck.
come on.
Is that it?
No one else had any other comments?
No, man.
No. So we're all in
No, man, I'm
union
right.
with Under Armour.
UA.
being-
Come on, man. It's not
Being
unanimous.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Good enough.
Do more for women.
Are
Talk
you
about
talking
this.
to me or are you talking to Under Armour?
Everybody.
Just
I'm
Pierre in
helping by
general.
bringing it up.
Pierre's a selfish lover.
Whoa. 2 more. Okay, this one's perfect. Joe will love this one.
Oh, that means it's
Is it
opposite.
Off-White?
It's
or is it
opposite.
Supreme?
Supreme by off.
We all know.
Family Guy.
By Jordan, right?
Designed by Kanye West.
Oh.
Well,
On a Jordan 1.
don't worry.
It is
You
made
had to
for
make
Kim
a collab
Kardashian.
with a collab with a collab. No. So this will be fun. Let's talk about the worst Supreme accessory product to drop this year.
What does he know?
Any of the tools.
Any of the tools.
The
Speaking of
crowbar.
tool-
The Supreme crowbar.
Oh,
You
dude.
win this conversation if you can actually name any fucking accessory that they dropped. Like, just name
The
some
fucking backcountry shovel. Any of the tools.
I don't know. Is
Look around.
that this year of backcountry shovel?
There is a shovel.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's pretty good.
I haven't
You
been-
must have
dude.
seen something in your
No, there's nothing.
trip to
The fact that you
Hypebeast.
know there's a shovel and that's week 2. There was a week 2 shovel. The
Okay.
fact that you know that means you're
He's
you're
seen
on
it.
it.
He was shopping on there. Come on.
You
He
can be
knows.
on it and hate it.
That's true. That's true.
That is true.
But you still have to put the effort to click
Oh,
on it.
So you think the shovel's the
And
worst
Google
thing?
it.
No, the crowbar.
Well, that could be really useful.
Not until you scuff it, because I own crowbars.
Yeah.
They
Not
get-
Supreme ones.
They get stuck.
They're better.
No,
They're
you
better.
you do understand.
Supreme.
You can pry the shit out of those nails.
You know the part in Zoolander where he's dressed up in the hard hat and he's going to work in the mine or whatever? That's what you'd
you?
look like if you had a Supreme tool, because you're smashing shit with a crowbar.
Like,
and
I think I
prying
just
and
have an
ripping it
idea for a
apart.
Halloween
So
costume.
Condom?
Hype beast.
Hype beast.
A Supreme guy.
So it's already done. His name's DJ Khaled.
I still like you, DJ.
Oh man,
That's a
Okay,
good one. That's
Listen.
What do you think the worst one is? Do you know?
So
Any
far,
of them?
every time I see an accessory, I actually really like it.
You really
But
like it?
the one that was suspect to me was they have the week 3 is coming out and it's a blimp, like a an inflatable blimp that you can
They're
hang.
mostly inflatable, yes.
Are they?
Do you mean you can fly it around or not fly it around?
no, it's just
Maybe
like
it was
a
made of
freaking
paper.
blimp, and it hangs up.
Like cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's
It's probably like $400 or
But
something.
that's the worst because you still want to buy it. So is that
I'd still want to buy it, but it's the worst out of all the spectrums.
Okay, I
So
got
what's
one, I
the
got
worst?
one.
Yeah.
What's the worst that you would never spend?
I got
money,
one.
even if it was like
Mine would
free?
be that Supreme motorbike thing. Because
Dude, that's awesome.
Let me get to why. First of all, it's overpriced already because you can get the standard one without the Supreme branding for way cheaper. Second of
Yeah.
all, I don't know how much time left.
Yeah, that's true.
as with anything
It's
Supreme?
absolutely uninsurable in Canada
Why is that?
Why?
because of
It's a
whatever
hybrid.
CC it is. It's uninsurable as a motor vehicle in Canada. You can only ride it around like back lots on your farm and only in rural places where you can actually ride this thing.
Is it
without
because
insurance.
there's no brake lights or signal lights?
I don't know
'Cause
the
I think that's
exact
the threshold for
legality
power.
of why, but I don't know if it's the threshold of the power. I think it's 49 cc or something like that. This thing, so it's just under the 50. But I don't know what it is exactly. But in BC alone,
Turned it
you
down a
cannot.
notch.
That's exactly why they did it. It's legally uninsurable, so you will have no use for it.
I didn't know that.
Well, we have use for it, just not.
You can like
not
sit on.
yeah,
your
hype
toes.
use.
I guess you
For
can like
hype
just
use?
make the noise and like pedal around.
Oh, that's
with
sick.
It.
I
It was
would- I would
it was on the pop
just
up, right?
ride it on-
Yeah. And they can't fire it up just because of that.
No way.
you
You
can
can
start
fire
it.
it up.
You can do whatever you want.
They just didn't want to wreck the mintage.
I think it's just like
that's-
as soon as you fire it up, it depreciates. It's not DS anymore.
You like those
No.
chopsticks? Yo,
That's
you
what I
like
was in mind. Was
you like that?
chopsticks.
My favorite.
mine?
My
The
favorite.
worst.
the worst?
The chopsticks are the what?
Those are the best.
Why the
He's
fuck do you want
racist.
chopsticks?
Wow.
And a sake set? Oh,
The
dude.
sake was my favorite.
Yeah.
I would drink so much
Chopsticks,
orange soda. out of there.
Worst product on
I
there.
would drink.
Along with like
You know the design of that, right? How they can put the little box logo in such a small chopstick is quite design oriented.
Really?
And
'Cause-
where you put it in relation to? That's kidding.
You know that they've written an entire Bible on a grain of rice, right? Like printing and engraving methods are fucking amazing.
No,
So
wait.
it's-
So I was
not a
re-
whole Bible though in a grain of rice. You can write your name in a grain of rice, but not a Bible.
Just one chapter.
Shut up! Fuck you. No, you know, you gave it up, Eugene. When you
first-
chimed in, you gave it
On
up.
the first day, God created man. On the second day, He created
Revelations.
hype beast. Hype
That's
beast.
Genesis.
I think that was it, right?
What was
That
yours? Do you have do you have one?
He said
I
chopsticks.
fucking said
just-
chopsticks.
just
Where were
said
you?
I thought you said
And I
you
said
like
he's
chopsticks. I thought you said you like chopsticks. I don't know.
No, I said chopsticks. The worst. I
Do
don't
we have
know
at
what
least
other.
one more topic?
Do we want one more?
How many was that?
I don't know.
5.
Okay.
5-ish. I think that
I
concludes.
just forgot I'm not wearing my hat. That would have been
Oh.
weird.
It would have
Go
been. I was just gonna say
Continuity.
that basically concludes,
Today's treatment.
our infectious STI segment. So
So how do you-
anyway,
that was
yeah.
pretty fun.
That was
Yeah.
awesome,
Always,
dude. Actually,
always fun.
It's not the same when like one of us is gone. I think this has to be a 4-person process.
I think so.
STIs
Yeah.
are
did you guys do
better.
SCI at the live show?
No,
No?
We
No.
got carried. We didn't check the time and
Yeah.
So you want to talk about the live thing real quick and remind people about that thing?
Sure.
So our plan as of right now is to do a live stream on YouTube every last Wednesday of the month, if that makes sense to you guys. It usually will start around 7:30 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. That's crazy late for Easterners, I understand, but it's just the coast that we live in. And the main purpose of this is to, gain some interaction with the viewers. And we had some very good discussions amongst the chat itself last time. We did this on YouTube, and I thought we got some good content out of it. And of course, technical issues aside, I thought it was fairly successful.
Yeah, it was.
And we had some engaging conversations. And it would have been awesomer if there was 4 of us, like I said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chat was lit.
Chat was lit. We
There
had
was a
some
couple-
regulars
Yeah.
that support our kind of endeavor
Yeah.
here, and that was great.
That was
So
awesome.
reminder again, last Wednesday of every month, we will try and set up a live stream for the podcast itself. But if you do miss it, don't worry, you can catch it later on again on YouTube, and you will be able to download it as per usual on the Sunday morning.
Because we syndicated
Yeah, you learn a new word, right? You're gonna use the fuck out of it now.
3 times.
I'm using that word right? Yeah,
Yeah.
syndicated.
I don't know.
Anyways,
and
anyone-
we should get some feedback too from people if they like the format. Is there other things that they want to
Yeah,
kinda
if
see
you-
in it or shorten?
Yeah, once again,
topics or
if there's any
know.
feedback or any improvements or any topics that you guys want to suggest to us, of course we're making the show for you guys. Not really. Well, I like this show, but like at the same time, it's for you guys to consume and have fun with. So that's basically it, man. Like, do you guys want to say anything before we start signing off?
Oh, can we say good luck or what's up to the people that are affected by the hurricanes and stuff, or
Yeah,
listeners
of
and
course.
stuff like that?
Anyone that's the most familiar with this?
Yeah,
So in the Texas area, that has been affected the last
I
week.
know it's been pretty crazy
It's
for
been
them.
really bad,
Yeah.
and of course you can find. I think a Red Cross is doing what they can to help, and of course you can donate to them.
Yeah.
I think we also have to mention LA and stuff like that too, with the massive fires that they're having there too. Like that,
Yeah.
Just
is-
seems like everything is like going crazy.
And like
Yeah.
seems
There's
like
a
the
hurricane
climate's
right now
changing.
in
I don't know.
like
what's
in the Caribbean, like a huge hurricane. that's
Irma,
yeah,
and then Jose's behind it. There are 3 active hurricanes.
and it's like
along
one
the
of the
same
biggest
path,
ones.
more
Yeah.
or less.
It's like
Crazy.
that movie.
What was that called? Is Bill Paxton?
No, the Jake
Day After
Gyllenhaal movie?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
the day
Day After Tomorrow. That
Yeah.
was a good movie, actually, in
Fuck.
my opinion. Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why we need more Parleys,
Fuck, just
dude.
think 3
Yeah, we need more
hurricanes.
Parleys
3
What?
hurricanes.
that can help us with global warming and stuff.
Well, ocean plastic. But yeah, if there were.
You know what I'm getting at? Just agree.
Save the Earth.
Yep. Yep.
But of course, anyone that has been affected, or by the time you hear this, have been affected, hopefully everything works out for you in the long run, of course, and we, hope for your safety.
Holler at us
and-
if there's anything we can
keeping
do for
safe.
you guys,
Of
right?
course.
Like if there's anything that we can do. Like we're not big, but we can help out in any way we can. We have a good, solid listener in our community. So.
Of course. I really do trust our listeners that we doing the right thing
Yeah.
anyways. And, of course, what was I going to say? Sorry.
Live show with
I already
Brooke?
talked about- Yes. And, of course, every Thursday you can catch me and our new podcast sister, Brookie Doo. You can find us on Sneakerphiles Live. That's the live show we do on YouTube as well. Every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
She's going to have to pick a lane. No, wait. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I was going to say. I mean, that
Such
came
a
out so
pig.
wrong. Rewind.
Rewind.
Flip it and reverse it. She's liking everything. Brooke, you got to pick something. Just like, you like everything now. You're hating on Ultra Boost for a minute. It was Nike. Now it's everything
I can't
Nike.
decide.
Pick something.
I like how she likes everything.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you
Exact
Brookie
opposite
do.
of Joe.
You gotta have a little hate on. For
Don't
some
stay in
stuff,
your
so-
lane, but please pick one shoe. You can only pick one shoe for the rest of the year. What would it be? Please don't say Supreme Air Force 2.
Off-white Jordan 1s.
Oh, man.
Maybe she's not as hateful as you, Joe.
Yeah,
I think that's as simple as that.
that's true.
Anyways, anything else anything in the future that you're looking forward to? What's your next cop going to be?
Phew, maybe Flint 13s.
Yes.
I think those come out ahead of the...
Yo, but
Wait a
they haven't
minute.
even said release dates, right?
It doesn't matter. They're coming.
September for sure.
Oh,
or
I don't know.
See,
I don't know when, but it's coming. And that one will be before
Yeah,
the holiday.
that's gonna be
11
for sure.
release.
I skipped out on several 13s because of that, but I'm gonna get that one.
Don't blame
Team
it on
Flint?
that.
Flintstones?
Yeah,
That's your first 13.
yeah.
Okay.
I have a picture of Flight Club where I'm looking at it, and in the caption it says, I'm gonna be yours one day."
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You said that to the shoe?
Yeah, man.
He also
You're
said it
gonna
out
be-
loud and
His
said, like,
girlfriend's crying in the back. What about me?
She was
after
there.
she
She was
has
taking the
knee
pictures.
surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, I think it's a good time to start doing the shoutouts. And of course, every Monday on YouTube, you can catch the Monday Midsole at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just find them on YouTube, search Monday Midsole. And then on Wednesday, starting next week, I think, you can watch a brand new podcast show thingy on YouTube called Talkin' Kicks, formerly known as Soul Food Sneaker Talk, I
Oh,
guess.
nice. Yeah.
So hopefully theirs will be launched and ready to go by the time you hear this on Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And of course, the granddaddy of them all, the granddaddy of them all, Sneaker Box Podcast from Sneaker Bar Detroit. Yeah, man, they've moved to Sunday. They're kind of playing around with the time thingy, but you can catch them live and then syndicated later that week on iTunes and Google Play and whatnot.
So basically, if you're a sneakerhead, you're good for the week when it comes to your news and when it comes to content and stuff. But
And our bullshit.
yeah, hey,
Well, I mean,
tune into ours first.
This
'cause
is happy
we're
fun
the-
time. This
Yeah.
is when we shoot the shit and have a good time.
Just
and-
chill.
Yeah.
you can
Right.
bullshit and still be having a good time. Bullshitting.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I guess we're good.
yeah.
Okay, so for the Sneakerphiles podcast, I'm Eugene.
Joe.
Jason.
This is Pierre.
Happy hunting, guys.